live.
All right. Well, it's a sunny Saturday evening here at Zolder in Belgium, and this is the first race of the CMH 1977 DRM Championship. My name is Pascal Mikola. I'm joined in the booth by the play-by-play commentator Matthew Sebagnoni, and yes, this is the Saturday race, the Division One. We probably won't have much more on Saturday anyway, but we are about 2 minutes away from the end of qualifying, and looks like the final sprint is about to start. Let's have a quick look at the on track, because everyone's going out at the moment, and we can have a quick look at what a lap around the circuit looks like. We can go on board with Owen Potter, I think. Yep, Owen Potter. Well, Owen Potter now going down the back straight, as you can see, and slowing down for the chicane. For the first chicane, there are 2 chicanes here on this track. Up the hill, down the hill in his Porsche 934, the number 60 car. He's got a bit, lifting up a little bit.
Twisty track. But actually, let me introduce myself first. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the 1977 Dutch Rennsportmeisterschaft Saturday Division 1 race. I'm joined here with we'll say color commentary, but he is in the action as well. Pascal Mikola, resident co-founding German, as always, good health. We are on board with Owen Potter in his 9345, which is, we'll say, the little brother to the 935s that are on the circuit today. The 7.6 models that came out as customer entries, like Jello. Jello actually very much favoured by Porsche in 1977.
Well, we're currently on board with Owen, as you said, and he just started a lap. He's going through the turn 1 gear at 150 kilometers an hour in the Firestone-sponsored 934-5. As you said, it's the little brother to the 935. The 934 was originally a Group 4 car. That's what the 4 in the designation stands for. But it uses the rear end of the 935. That means the axle housings, the rear axle, the rear wing. That's basically a little bit of a hybrid.
Oh, little bit of debris on the track.
Yes, he just drove past some debris that looked like the second placed car of Chris Hood, who is in the number 52 Jägermeister 935.
Yeah, the Max Moritz Jägermeister car, driven by Man.
Oh no, actually, we have another one. We have another one, and Potter is coming past, and that's Max Potrawski from the number 66 car.
The Jello
also
car.
Porsche 935. Yep. Yes, he has lost his rear wing.
I believe that is the championship-winning car of. Let me verify that. Hold on. I think that's Rolf Stommelin's car. That won the championship in 1977. Chris's car, the Jägermeister car, is a very unfortunate car. Usually broke down often or got into accidents. Manfred Schurti, quick driver, but always getting into accidents. So Owen Potter's crossed the line. I don't think he's improved. It's very hard to improve.
No, it was a 140.8 for him.
That's a big shunt. Jesus, huge shunt.
Well,
and that ends
you told him to bring the car. You told him to bring the car back in one piece. I am afraid he didn't manage to do that.
Looks like he owes me a couple thousand euro, unfortunately for him.
Oh no. Anyway, qualifying is over. Your order for the race is, well, there's only 5 cars in this race. Don't worry too much. Only 8 cars actually took the green flag at Zolder in 1977 in Division 1. They were all Porsches. On pole position, it's yours truly, Pascal Mikola, in the 935 K1, car number 56, I think?
Yeah.
Yeah, 58. 58, 58,
58,
58.
58, my bad, yeah.
Yes, in the Porsche 935 K1, the first evolution of the car, made by Porsche, by Kremer Racing.
Yeah.
Then we have Chris Hood in the Jägermeister car with a 133, or just a second off. Max Budravki actually in third place with the 935-76 with a 134. And rounding out the field, Ricardo Mendes and Owen Potter in the 934s. Well, you'd expect the
I will cut in
934s
and
to be
say,
slower.
Ricardo Mendes' car is a 934-5 because it's upgraded to Group 5 regulations. Looks spectacular. That livery, that 53 livery, my goodness. I think it's an original GTPC livery, so thank you to Virtua 11 who collaborated to make this mod a possibility. Anywho,
I think
without further
I think in the future I'll just put Valvoline in my car regardless.
yeah, we moved to the
Anyway,
warm up. Yeah.
we're now in the warm up exactly. Let's have a quick look at the track map with the graphic, and you can tell us about the track and about the race today.
Yes, so we are at the Zolder circuit in Belgium. I will probably butcher these corner names, so forgive me in advance. But we're in Hudesen Zolder Belgium track, 4.2 kilometers, 10 turns, 24 laps, which is a total distance of 102 kilometers. Now, I am going to attempt these corner names, and good God, if I get them wrong, just don't shoot me, cause I'll try my best. So first turn, Earst links, Earste links, followed by the Stern walk balked, something like that. Walked balked. I think I need German expertise for this. The second turn, it's a after the tight left-hander, the first corner, into the sweeping right-hander that tightens into the canal bocht, that fast right-hander, and then following that is the Lucien Bianchi bocht. I think that's how it's pronounced. Turn 4, again, an arguably fast right-hander into the back straight, into the Klein chicane, very tight chicane, coming over the hill into I think is Boutte, something like that, corner 6, and then right hand turn, medium speed, Terra Lamenbocht. Oof, that was a hard one. Corner 7 into right hander, then down short straight into the Boulderberg Harspelbach. My God. Another tight right-hander, lots of right-handers, and then the Jochen Rindbach, a mini chicane, a fast mini chicane into the penultimate straight into the Jackie Xbox, a fast left-right into the final straight, which ends the lap and starts another. I hope that wasn't as horrible as I thought it would be, but I did give it a go, and that concludes the Zolder layout.
Well, now with that being said, the pre-race briefing is over. Let's quickly, I'm gonna quickly recap what I mentioned to the other drivers. As you can hear or say or see, some people are now out on track. Owen Potter, Ricardo Mendes, and now Max Budravki is leaving the paddock as well. He had some. Okay. Anyway, yes. The important thing is we will have a flying start behind the pace car, which is, as you may see in the pit lane, one of the Division 2 BMW 320s. The organizers couldn't find a pace car, so we had to steal one of the Division 2 cars. Shouldn't be too much of a problem though, because Division 2 cars.
Oh,
They're
sorry for
quite
that.
else. Well, everyone will be in the garage. Everyone will be in the garage, and just go out on track and do a few laps.
Apologies
So that's really
if
all.
Mikola cut out there at the track. the live track footage cut out. It seems to have resolved itself. I did catch most of
Yeah,
what you were saying. So, oh, there it goes again. Connection seems fine. That is odd.
Anyway, formation lab and then just a flying start. Sounds like Matthew's internet connection is a bit bad.
Ah, okay.
Beautiful.
I lost connection. Okay, I'll be back.
Oh, great.
Seems a little bit of technical
Okay.
difficulty. That's all. But
Yes.
is my voice okay?
Who knows? Who knows? Maybe your sister was trying to use TikTok again.
Who knows? Probably, knowing my luck.
Anyway, yes, we're now joined by Joao Graça, who is driving a Division 2 car tomorrow, I think, BMW 320. So you won't be all alone while I'm driving.
Hello everyone.
4 minutes.
Fine.
4 minutes before the race.
Quite excited for this race. Actually, I want this only 5 signees, but that's not the quantity that matters, but indeed the quality.
How are you gonna do that? Is Matt gonna stream his video, or can you join the server?
I can join the server.
You can join
if you guys don't mind.
You've got all the files.
Yes, sir.
Also, even the patch.
Yes. Yeah.
That's great because we had some issues with. We have had some issues beforehand. Okay. With that being said,
we seem to be back.
All right.
We got 3 people in the booth now.
Okay,
Yes, that's good.
Yeah.
All right.
You're not joined as a spectator though currently, so
yeah. I need to change that.
Yeah.
I'll change that.
All right. So, improv during live streaming. Who hasn't seen it?
Oh, is it gonna get
Takes me back to the beginnings, to the early. Takes me back to the early beginnings of.
Well,
CMH.
it's good to commentate for a change.
All right. Looks like we're having continuous connection issues with Matt.
Yeah, OBS is being.
Anyways, guys, do you know where do I change
You go into this. Oh, I'm gonna have to hold on.
With this UI, I have no idea.
You go to the. That's a good question. So you go to the multiplayer settings, then you see the 4 icons on the top.
Yeah, I found it.
The very left one, and then alright.
And then we're spectate on. Here we go.
Yep, turn that on, exactly. Alright. No, I just need to rejoin the server now.
No, it's good to commentate the race. It's good to be back in CMH in strength.
Yeah, well, tomorrow's gonna be a good race, so I'm gonna have to quickly.
We're back again, I believe. I'm managing the issue, so if there's an outage, it'll fade to poster and then we'll come back. But yeah, apologies for the outage issues. It seems we're running fine again. A little bit of turbulence with the internet, but that's what happens when you don't have your regular cameraman on tap. So it is what it is.
If you have any problems, I can also stream to the channel if necessary.
Well, the thing is that Matt is streaming to YouTube. That's why the broadcast. Matt is doing the broadcasting because Paimon has some internet and PC issues. And I don't know. I don't think it'll be viable to do the whole to swap everything around.
Yeah.
within a minute and a half, which is the time left in qualifying.
It
in warm
seems
up.
okay for now, and if anything happens, I will just keep at it and keep it going.
We have a car. Stopped on track, and now it's back into the garage. So qualifying is over, and we're just waiting for the race start. Correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, it's good. It's not too bad because if Matt loses connection, and because he can still hear us, and so everything should be good. So should the video feed go away, dear viewers on YouTube, and there's 7 people watching at the moment. Oh my goodness. No pressure. If the video feed happens to go away for any sort of reason, we'll just have temporary radio broadcast that way.
Now I'm just checking my controls to see how to cycle the track cameras.
Seems
I
we're
found
fine
mine. It's
now.
the end.
If I believe the turbulence has ended. I think it was just a little bit of maybe.
Sounds good.
Anyway, we're moving. We're moving.
Yes, we have less than a minute. We have about 15 seconds left in the warm-up session, in the official warm-up session. And once that's done, it'll switch to the race, and we'll have our recon laps. We can probably even go on board with someone and yet again have a quick look at the track in case you have forgotten what the circuit Zolder looks like.
Yeah, well, we'll have a look.
Warm-up's officially over now. Warm-up's officially over now. The only driver to have put up a valid time was Ricardo Mendes, 1:36.496.
Curious that the only warm-up time posted was by a Porsche 934/5. For those of you who don't know or are not familiar with Group 5 cars, that is
that's a Group 4
Porsche
car.
911 Turbo.
It's a grandfathered 934. Yes, a grandfathered.
Exactly, a Group 4 911 Turbo. So it's a 930. 4 means that's a Group 4/5 means that's a 934 that was adapted to Group 5. And it's curious that we have two 934/5s, two 935/76. 76, of course, indicating the year of production, and a K1, which is the Kremer one, built by Kremer Racing. So this is going to be interesting. This is basically a Porsche Cup, and yeah.
Well, Division 1 until I think the 8th race of the 77 season, which happened to be the Grand Prix of Hockenheim. It was just a Porsche Cup, because until then, at least in the Group 5, I'm just moving to the grid. It's not really that.
I think we lost connection for a minor amount when we switched over, but it seems to be fine again.
Okay, looks like as I said, the pits are open. Everyone is now leaving to get to the grid. Multiple recon laps are of course allowed. You have to go through the pits to do them. Yeah, so if you're done, you just go onto grid, stop the car, and just turn off your engine and just wait.
Man, these cars look amazing, and the turbo sounds are spectacular. Matthew, so should we do a rundown of our competitors through grid position?
Yes, we should. So starting off with, let me get the camera in the right position. Oh, there goes Owen Potter screaming by. Probably getting a couple of recon laps in. So we have our pole sitter, Pascal Mickler in the Canacher GT, number 58 Porsche K1, the first iteration of the Kremer Porsches. And then we have...
A very sexy looking machine, indeed.
Sorry?
A very sexy looking machine, indeed.
Yes,
in red.
Yeah, very...
And in second place we have Chris Hood in my personal favorite, Max Moritz Jägermeister number 52, Porsche 935-76, the Jägermeister livery in Group 5 and sports and touring car racing in general is such an iconic livery.
Very unfortunate car though, because Manfred Schurte was never very successful during his time driving this car. In third place we have Maximilian... Oh. There we go with the connection again. There we go. The connection went again.
I'll be with that. In third place, we have Maximilian Putravki. He's driving for the Gallo Racing number 66, also a Porsche 935-76. After him, we have a fellow compatriot, the Portuguese Ricardo Mendes, in the Max Moritz number 53 Porsche 934/5, and finally rounding off the grid for our Division 1 race, Owen Potter in the IRS Firestone MNH Racemaster number 60 Porsche 934-5. So the 934s-5s starting at the low end of the grid, that would be expected as they were adapted cars to race in the series.
Seems we have a problem because I I'm getting a current session closed message when I'm trying to get in. We lost the footage, unfortunately, because it got booted. Oof.
And for those of you who are watching,
we just had could put Rafki crash on his outlap, but the good thing is the pits are still open for another minute and a half, so you can just get into T car and just get back out.
we have one car stopped on the grid, flashing its headlights. That is Ricardo Mendes. He's already stopped on his grid spot. Race is ready to start the race. While the other drivers chose to do yet another formation lap. So I guess that's that. He'll have to watch out for his tire temperatures at the beginning of the race. Maybe he knows something that we don't. And as we see the approaching Owen Potter in the IRS MNH Firestone Racemaster Porsche 9345. Both 9345s are stopped at the grid. While we wait for the rest of our starters to join the grid, they're rounding off the final chicane now. Pascal and Chris Hood.
Unfortunately,
as Pascal rides the curbs.
Unfortunately, we lost the video feed. I don't think I'll be able to get back in unless we go back to the warm-up session because I'm locked out, unfortunately, because I think I lost connection. But yeah, I don't know.
I can stream. I have OBS Studio.
But the session shouldn't be the session is closed, yes, but not for spectators.
Yeah, I'm trying to join as a spectator, and I'm getting this same message, so I'm not sure what's going on. Spectate on. Yes. I don't know why that's happening.
If you have a problem, I just need the stream key, and I'll stream the race.
Yeah. Okay. We can do that.
Well, it's gonna stop the stream. It's gonna start a whole new one, so that's gonna be an issue. Anyway, I hope everyone will be content that we do radio for now.
Radio for now, and we get to watch, or at least I get to watch a race, and
well, there's always the live racers. We're never out of options.
Yes. So for those that wish to follow the action on telemetry, classicmotorsporthub.liveracers.net, and there you will see the server. 1 minute until the formation lap.
I'll stream the live racers directly, actually.
Oh yeah, that can work as well. We have a minute until the formation lap.
Wait a minute. I have an idea. I can try and stream R Factor into Discord.
Well, yeah, of course you can do that, and Matt can watch, but Matt can also stream live racers to YouTube, which is gonna be one solution. Now, the only driver missing from the grid currently is Chris Hood, and he is now joining the grid.
Matt, does that work for you to stream for YouTube?
I am seeing it.
Are you gonna?
I'm gonna try.
Are you? Wait. So Joao is streaming his R Factor to Discord, and so you want Matt to stream what he sees on Discord to YouTube?
Exactly.
Oh. Anyway, you guys figure that out. We have 10 seconds until the formation lap.
All right, reconnaissance laps are done. 5 cars on the grid. It's a small grid, but it's a quality grid. Only Porsches. So this is going to be the ultimate Porsche Cup. Am I right? As they start the formation lap, we have Maximilian with his lights on for some reason. And Jesus, those lights are pretty bright. You guys made the mod with some pretty bright lights. And that's not criticism. That's just an observation. But anyways, as
if he could turn them off, that would be great. But you know,
I guess no reason. Smack dam middle of the daylight. No reason to have the headlights on. But oh well. There we go. He turned them off. So Matthew, is the method I chose working?
We are definitely trying. Anyway, I'm trying to get it up. Let's have a look. Okay,
Just-
we have it there. We have.
All right.
I can see the stream anyway, but I'm trying to see if I can get it to full screen.
I can try and test for. But
Can you try
we have
and,
like approximately 1 minute because they're halfway through the lap, so I can.
Is there any chance
just check.
you can if there's any chance you could remove like the UI, the like.
I
the
do
base
not
game
know how to
UI?
do that.
Press enter.
I don't know.
Damn. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah. Okay. That worked.
Let me see. Let me check.
So,
Is
there any chance? Working there now. Unfortunately, I cannot.
Now, anyway, while those two are figuring out the stream, the pace car is now rounding the final hairpin, and it's about to enter the pits. Cars are now bunched up too wide. It's a double file start. Mikola and Hood on the front row, Putravki and Mendes on the second row, and Owen Potter in the third row alone in 5th place.
We've got video. It's crude, but it's
beautiful,
video.
beautiful. The pace car is entering the pits. The green flag is out, and we're racing at Zolder.
And the green flag is out. Let's see. Okay, it is Maximilian trying to have a look up the inside of Pascal going into the first turn. Is that Potter and... Yes, it's Potter and Chris Hood dicing for position in the backfield, and Potter is... so, my apologies, not Potter. Ricardo Mendes is going to closely watch and see if any mistakes are made. So Chris has already passed. Owen Potter very easily, I'd say, in his 7.6, which is much more advanced than the 9.34s, and they're already dropping back a bunch. And Maximilian is now leading, so he's finally decided to put his game face on and show us his abilities. So he's actually putting up quite a gap to Mikola.
Matt, ready to check. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Just a quick suggestion on the YouTube feed. You can if you hover over Discord and there's a little arrow that'll let you put it in full screen and it'll remove our icons. If you hover over Discord.
Yes, I'm looking.
And you can minimize the like remove our logos and max.
Brilliant. There we go.
Okay.
Lovely.
And there should be sound. I don't know if the stream has any sound, but it looks to me that it is somewhat delayed.
Of turbos, yes.
Okay,
nice.
That's fine.
It works. It works. It's a
Chris Hood is in the pits. Chris Hood is in the pits. He went in the pits after the end of lap 1.
Let's have a look at that.
He had some issues at the start. He missed a gear. He may have broken a gear. So he's in the pits now.
He's in the pits, confirmed. We're gonna check him out, see if there's any problems with his car.
He's lost the skirting, so I think he had an impact. He's lost the left-hand side skirt.
Yeah, you're right. And the car is up on jacks. Yes, no, well, it's not up on jacks, but it did lose his skirt. Yeah, he's in the pits, and that's
press R or escape.
There you go.
Yep. All right.
There we go. All right, we are back, and let's see if we can see how our leaders are doing. Okay, so we have Chris Hood. Is he out of the? No, Chris Hood's still in the pits. As we see our leader, Maximilian Putravki, leading, closely followed by Pascal Mikula with a 1.5 second gap. These two are pushing very hard as Maximilian avoids the curve, the inside curve on the left-hander for the chicane. Matthew, what are you thinking of this race?
Well, The 7, I can't really say anything on it now because I don't know how Maximilian's consistency is. But if I were to say who has the better car, I'd say the 7.6 just because it's a tested and proved. Aerodynamically, it's tried and tested against the experimental Kremer look that we have. And see, we already have Maximilian getting loose.
Wait a minute, we have a retirement. Chris has been retired.
Unfortunate, he qualified second. And it's the first one out of the race.
First retirement, qualified second. That's a shame. The Jägermeister livery. It was my favorite, I have to admit, guys. But anyways, back to the leaders. It's being a fierce fight for the lead. As we go on the track side camera for Pascal, and he's cut down the gap to half. Is now 0.7 seconds. As they go into the first corner, left-hander, tricky braking. You're braking and you're turning.
I think you're a bit behind still. You need to go back to the live feed because Max and myself are on the back straight right now.
Back straight, exactly.
Yeah, that's the live one. So yes, Maximilian actually is playing the part of Ralf Stammelin, who would consistently be always out at the front, and it seems he's shown his true colours as a sim racer because he was nothing like this in qualifying. He was all over the place, but now he is driving that 2.8 cubic centimeter single turbo, triple K turbo, like it should be.
Yeah, if you'll allow me, Matt, honestly, I've been analyzing the racing lines from both Pascal and Maximilian, and to be honest, I think Pascal has got the racing lines much more, he's using much more of the track width, and he's not as loose coming into the corners and out of the corners, but it just seems that Putravsky is being able to keep that lead, even though Mikola is hunting him down as they start now lap number... Which lap is it?
We're on lap 5, and you know my theory is that Putravsky may be running higher boost pressure. You need to remember these things can run up to 1.5 bar of boost, which gives these cars up to like 600 horsepower and more.
I believe
but the problem of running so much boost is it tears your engine apart.
And that's a big
so that was a big moment, but he kept it together. Oh my god!
Potter is in the pits. Something happened with Owen.
Let's see what happened.
I believe that 7.6 that Maximilian was driving is it's got less drag than the Kremer experimental style. So let's see.
Well, and Max has cut the chicane and then missed the gear, so he's currently now in second place.
As we see Owen Potter in the pits.
Not sure what happened to him. I don't see any damage. I see a dent, but I don't see damage. And that's Mendes on his own in third place. He's going to be having quite the boring race trying to keep...
And as the gap goes down significantly, and Pascal is through! Putravsky? Maximilian?
Again, I've been through for about half a lap. Owen is out of the race.
Make sure you're on the live feed.
And Owen is out of the race as well, so something happened with him, I'm not sure exactly what.
And we have 2 retirees, only 3 cars left on track, and a tremendous battle for first place. Pascal Mikulo leading the race in his K1 Porsche 935, as there a big moment for Maximilian Putravsky in the 935-76, understeers into the third corner, and it's not looking good as the gap goes up to 1 second. Maybe he's overdriving that car, I don't know. He lost his rhythm. He's getting distracted. Lots of things could be going on. Matthew Sivagnoni.
Well, you can clearly see the power of the full boost. The full boost. And the less drag, very deep braking, but he's coming
not the cleanest passes, and he does not make it.
It's going to be side by side going into the third sector. I believe. Oh no. Pascal is through. He's making the most of that Canacher car, which comes from very humble beginnings. It's a very, the George Luce racing team is would be considered a giant in the national championship, that is the Dutch Rensport Meisterschaft. Meanwhile, the Kanacher team is just a privateer, like it's a complete upstart. Like it's just a group of friends basically who has bought a car off Manfred Kramer and
we go for a
side by side into the final corner, rubbing.
They go up the curb.
And if only we had more 7.6s here to show us the true potential of this series, because this is.
And Maximilian is through, but Pascal's gonna have a look on the inside.
Side by
through
side
the
again.
go. Maximilian leaves him space on the outside as they head into turn 3.
Really driving like Rolf Stommel in there. Really driving like it.
So that 93576 has the advantage on the straights, but clearly the better driver, in my opinion, is Pascal Mikula. And I'm not saying this just because he's my friend. He's more consistent, using more of the track width, and definitely maximizing those entries and exits.
With less of the turbo. With less of the turbo power. The turbo lad Kunle Klopp and Klaus turbochargers that those Porsches have.
So we might get... Matt says we might get to see some reliability issues for Putravki in the 93576 of the George Luce team. The number 66 might have some problems on the road because of the boost pressure they're running. We don't know that information, but we can only speculate. Stay with us for this spectacular race. As they run out the hairpin going into the final chicane. 0.9 second gap, now 1 second gap into the final chicane as they go in, and immediately on the corners, Mikula closes the gap, but Putravki extends his lead on the straights. It's really amazing to see the same chassis, but with two different cars. So there's a mistake by Putravki, and is Mikula gonna take advantage of it? No, not this time around, but he's closed the gap as they go into the fourth corner of the circuit. Flat out, at least in the Division 2 cars, these Division 1s, and heading into the back straight. Yet again, there's Pascal closes the gap, but the straight is gonna benefit the 93576 car.
Yeah,
into the chicane.
Same chassis, same model, two different configurations, but I think Maximilian is going to suffer from a lot of engine knock from using the high turbo and maximizing the use of the lower drag with that more streamlined looking body and the upfolded skirts that allow more passage through the sides. And there he goes!
He's in the wall!
And he's
Maximilian Putravki does a mistake, and he is in the wall. He's trying to recover as fast as he can. He does recover. He must go into the pit. Look at the damage. Oh, and we have Ricardo Mendes, and Ricardo Mendes almost passes him into the chicane, but that's not gonna matter. Because he's gonna have to go into the pits and get that front bumper fixed.
We can
Zach
see
can run for the rest of the race.
I think we can see the ventilation and the radiator is slightly bent, so we could be seeing overheating later.
Putravki does not go into the pits.
He's adamant on staying in that second place, so we could see a mechanical failure if he doesn't try to at least repair some of the damage.
Well, if he only knocked off the front bumper, it only caused him some downforce. But the thing is, you don't want too much downforce on your front with these cars. Remember, these are the rear of these cars is heavy. They're rear engine, rear wheel drive. They have big tires on the rear, and they have a welded differential, like Porsche, or spool differential, whatever you want to call it. Porsche basically. Already in the early 70s, even with the 917 back then, they basically went the route of, look, if it doesn't move, it can't brake, with the differential. So they didn't even put a differential in the back of the cars.
As we go to the track side, looking at Ricardo Mendes has a real opportunity. We lost the battle for first place, but the battle for the second and third is on. Ricardo Mendes showing that consistency pays off. He might not be the the fastest driver on track, but as long as he keeps it together and doesn't make any mistakes, he might have a chance to overtake Maximilian Putrafki in this race.
So I've received word from Owen Potter. He said, way out of my depth in Division 1s, maybe Division 2 one day, retired after suspension damage. He didn't have enough time in the car. He actually only took the car today. So he had very little practice time, and little practice time combined with 600 horsepower is not a good recipe for success.
As Putrafki, sorry to interrupt you, Matt, but Putrafki makes a big mistake locking up into the first corner, goes wide, but still not enough for Ricardo Mendes to close the gap. I mean, at least on the 3D model, the radiator on that Porsche 935-76 looks bent to me. I'm not sure if that's...
Looks cracked.
For me, it looks like it's bent inwards. But that might just be the 3D model. As you know, this is an old game, and
it's not the game. It's not the game, actually. It's you can set the models to be deformable, and that's what they've done here. In any case,
another mistake by Maximilian Putrafki. It's not his race today. He took the chicane quite wide and went over the curve, and these cars do not like big curves at all. As something might have happened to Pascal Mikula, as the gap was 10 seconds and it's now dropped to 4.6 seconds and 5 seconds for Putrafki and Mendes respectively. Something might have happened to our race leader. We don't know. We are accompanying this battle for second place, which is quite heated up.
They're closing it. I think they're closing in on Pascal actually, but Maximilian is clearly struggling in that car.
This is going to be the opportunity as Pascal Mikula goes into the pits.
Maybe he's low on fuel. Maybe the fuel consumption lied to him, and he needs to stop the fuel. But I I wouldn't be too worried about finishing in third, because these two have bigger problems, and well, one of these two have bigger problems, and that bigger problem is finishing this race on a wounded Jello Porsche. So we will see how it turns out, but it seems it's running fine for now. I'm definitely not confident in the ability of that car to last the distance.
I think I'm not confident on the ability of Putrafki's driving. No offense to him, but he's already crashed in this race. He's locking up everywhere. Ricardo Mendes is trying to keep it clean and consistent. He was the slowest driver going in after the two retirees on the start, but he is now fighting for a potential race win with a gap less than 1 second big, as Mikula rejoins the circuit with a 10-second gap that is now going down. And that's what we said.
That's what happened. It was only a matter of time.
Mendes goes through after a mistake by Putrafki and another mistake going into the hairpin. I think there might be some damage done to that car. I don't know to which extent. He surely will have to go into the pits. Pascal has already caught up to him. Will he go into the pits this lap? We'll have to see.
I don't think so. I think he's stubborn. He's
not
ready. I don't. In my opinion, he's not making the right decisions here. I would have cut my losses, taken pit while Pascal was in the pits, repaired the damage, because there's no speed limiter. You can get that pit stop done quickly, and then go after Mendes. Mendes is in the slowest car on the track and is leading the race. Same engine, but I wouldn't say bad compression, but I'd say it compresses
as we go on board,
so his speed is worse.
As we go on board with not on board, but we can go on board as well with Ricardo Mendes on the Porsche, a 934/5. The Portuguese driver driving a very clean and consistent race, showing the world that consistency is key with these Group 5 monsters.
And Alain Prost
like necessarily the fastest driver. Excuse me?
An Alain Prost-like misdemeanor.
Alain Prost misdemeanor, exactly. The doctor.
The professor.
The professor, exactly. but he's leading this race by 10 seconds. If he doesn't do any mistakes and doesn't have to go into the pits, or is there a mandatory pit stop?
There is no mandatory pit stop.
No mandatory pit stop.
Knowing these engines, you might just have to. In Division 2 tomorrow, you won't see much pit stopping unless the 2002 turbos muck up their engine, their fuel, the amount of fuel they take on.
As we go to the main camera, let's go for a lap of this Zolder circuit with our current race leader, Ricardo Mendes. Braking and turning into this, downshifting as well, into this second-hand corner.
Fast right-hander coming into another medium speed right-hander. I think, can we just switch back to Pascal and Maximilian, because I think we are going to have a battle on our hands once more.
Here we go.
A wounded gazelle being chased by a tiger. That's how I describe this moment, because there is no way he's going to keep that position with that damage.
Silence from our co-commentator Pascal Michela. He's trying to concentrate and trying to catch down Maximilian Petrovsky in this race. I mean, the prospects are looking pretty good for Pascal. Has a look? No, not quite.
He needs to be patient. That's all he needs to do, because there's no way he's keeping that position.
Fortunately, that's something that we all know Pascal is. He's patient, calculated, meticulous. As Petrovsky defends into the hairpin, locks up, but is Pascal gonna have a better exit? Seems about the same. Will the power from the 935-76? Oh, Pascal goes left, goes right, and he locks up again, and he's off track. Maximilian Petrovsky is off track, and Pascal Michela is through in second place.
As expected. As expected. I really don't want to bash this Maximilian, but he's just not making the right decisions.
There's a big crash, massive crash by Petrovsky.
Let's see.
Massive crash.
Can we go to the replay? It looks like
yes, we can go to the replay. Massive crash. He just locks up.
Either he's trying to overdrive the car to close the gap.
Yeah, he just goes onto the curb. Can't catch it quite. Yeah, that's terminal damage. He lost rear.
He lost pretty much everything. Bits flying everywhere.
Yeah, he's lost his passenger side, driver's side rear wheel. No, that car's not going anywhere. That's a retirement for sure. He's still we're on the live feed. He's still not moving.
If it's any consolation, it's a perfect parallel park.
Oh, Matt, you mean steam machine. Anyways, that gives us an opportunity to look at the beautiful 3D models, or for what this game can do. That the modding team has done for the for this mod. As you can see, the what's it called, the air filter or air extractor.
The flat 6, yeah, the flat 6 turbo engine. You can see the
yes, we can see the fan
the cam belt there as well. You can see a lot.
Exactly. As I don't think Petrovsky believes it. He doesn't want. He's not hitting the exit button. He doesn't want to leave. But this is an effective retirement. He's out of the race.
Oh, and Mendes just went off.
Same place.
Same place. He loses his front bumper.
Oh dear.
As Pascal Michela goes through into
the bonnet. He's lost the bonnet. So.
Oh dear.
We still have 10 laps to go.
10 laps to go, and as we were looking for our at our potential retiree, we get a look at a crash at exactly the same place.
So
let's watch the replay.
It seems the professor just made a miscalculation.
Oh, and he's stopping. What happened with him? Ah, no, he's still stopped. I don't know what he's doing. Oh, hola.
Let's see what happened here.
No, he's going again. I think he just assessed the damage.
Let's see, no, doesn't get up on the curb. It's a tricky left-hander. He locks up.
If he won't be
And
able
he
to
hits the
continue,
wall.
that will make Pascal the default winner and red flag the race. Hopefully it doesn't come to that.
Unless Pascal Mikula does a mistake himself. This is showing as a race of attrition, as we thought this would be.
Mendes is still driving, but he's going very slow. He may have a...
We're going to go back to the live feed. He is driving. He's going slow. He can still make it to the pits. He's halfway around the lap.
Not very
I think he has a flat.
for him.
Yeah, confirmed. He has a flat front left flat tire.
He does.
And no bonnet on that car. And who knows what else, what other mechanical damage, as we can see the beautiful 3D model as he locks up into this hairpin. This reminds me of the WEC 1000 accident that we had with the Toyota GR010 with the Juan Maria Lopez driving. But this time,
wasn't that where he just, wasn't that where he just went straight into that tire barrier?
Exactly. Yes.
Oh yeah, that was a horrible crash.
I don't remember that race.
Pulls up to the pits. He is having trouble slowing that car down, but he will not crash. Will he be able to turn it?
The Sebring race?
Yes, he will.
Yeah,
Sebring race. Yes, 1,000 miles of Sebring. As luckily, Juan Maria Lopez was unscathed. As Ricardo Mendes locks up severely into his pit stop. Did he make it? Yes, the car is up on checks, and we're seeing if it's gonna be repaired or not. While the Ricardo Mendes is on the pits, we're gonna go back to our race leader, Pascal Mikula.
His rear damage was repaired, but he won't get a new bonnet.
Nope, they don't have a spare of that. Unfortunately, they would have to call. Zuffenhausen for that.
And curiously, Pascal driving quite conservative at a conservative pace, as we still have Maximilian Petrovsky on track. He hasn't hit the escape button for some reason.
Refuses to.
He just.
That doesn't matter.
Maybe he's trying to see if he can do the 107% rule and still get some points for this race, but.
He'll get points.
Retirement for sure.
They all get points. They all get points anyway, and there is. I don't know what you're saying about the 107% rule. There is no such thing.
Oh, there isn't. Oh, my bad.
No.
But anyways, rates of attrition. This is what we expected. Just 24 laps around Zolder can be devastating.
Well, no, he was throwing the car around.
As Pascal goes once again into the pits, let's have a look at my Portuguese compatriot.
We might
He's
be
still in
looking
the
at
pits.
a red flag here, to be honest. We might be looking at a red flag.
Pascal, can you tell us how many laps there is to go?
There are well, we're on laps. I just entered lap 17, so there are still 3 and 4. That's 7 and 8 laps. So 8 laps to go.
8 laps to go. Pascal Mikula is parked alongside Ricardo Mendes. Any specific reason for that?
Well, he's the only other car still going, and he's in the pits. What am I supposed to do? I mean, seriously.
We have a beautiful moment of gentleman driving. The spirit of competition here at the Classic Motorsport.
There's no reason for me to continue clocking down laps when I'm the only car on track. But
okay,
yeah.
So we could be looking.
We basically have a de facto red flag at the moment.
Okay, all right.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
one
I mean,
graphic I did not expect to be using today, but it looks like I am.
As both Porsches are lined up alongside. I don't know what's taking so long to do these repairs.
Well, repairs take a long time. I mean, you can expect he has a flat tire, he has suspension damage on the left front, he has some sort of, he has damage on the rear, all that stuff. He may have, it may not even have been down to driver error. He may have just had a brake failure, so they would need to change the brakes, all that stuff. Who knows?
Who knows indeed. As we effectively have a red flag during this race, as no drivers are out on track. Everyone is in the pits or has either retired. With the exception for Maximilian Petrovsky, who does not want to hit the escape button, or at least he forgot. I don't know. Let's have a look at him.
Anyway,
he's still parked up alongside. He hasn't hit the escape button. Maybe he decided to leave his car there because he thought it was more realistic, as it's not a place of bother. But if this was 2022, we would have a safety car and cranes to lift that car out of there. But this is not. This is a 1977 DRM, and that's what would happen. The car would be parked alongside the track, and it would be left there.
Now, anyway,
we'll go to the poster for now, since there's nothing happening right as of this moment.
I'm going to check the YouTube comment section for any comments that our viewers may have. Let's check this out.
Nothing much, unfortunately.
Well, there's nothing much, really. It's only just Chris Hood having his telling us that he crashed out. Yeah, anyway, now we're just waiting. I think Ricardo Mendes is topping up with fuel. I think he may have also had some fuel issue.
As Chris Hood, or In the Hood, as he's known, as his online alias, says he crashed. Yes, indeed, he was the first crashee of the race. And finally, we have Maximilian Putravsky hitting the escape button and exiting the track. As we have Pascal Michelin, and there's a retirement as well. Ricardo Mendes has officially retired. And so we only need the...
Yep,
the race is done.
Red flag.
Pascal Micula win. Red flag. Pascal Micula is the winner. Congratulations, Pascal. You drove an amazing race. Consistent, methodical, maximizing everything, not cracking under pressure. Congratulations. And this was going to be a race of attrition, and it was.
I really don't want to.
You wouldn't want to sugarcoat this kind of race.
No. That was. I'll be completely honest, and I'm gonna take away any sort of
merit.
I'm not gonna put any paper in front of my mouth. However you say it in German. That was freaking embarrassing. But that's just the thing. You know, in real
Group 5 cars are treacherous. Real Division 1s are.
That's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. In real life, there were only 8 cars in the race. So, okay, we didn't have a lot to play with anyway. We had a full field up until 2 hours ago. We had a full field of Group 5 of Division 1 cars. And then, okay, can't fault Matthew Oboisky for having to pull out because he had made a scheduling mistake. It's his birthday, by the way, so happy birthday, Mr. Oboisky. We'll see you tomorrow.
Just before you continue, I don't mean to interrupt you, but are you sure you want to do a rant on YouTube, on the YouTube feed?
I've done it before.
Okay. Yeah.
No, the thing again, we could have had 3 more cars. That's the thing. As I said, you can't fault Oboisky for having a scheduling mistake. But anyway, and it's his birthday, so happy birthday! We'll see you tomorrow at Division 2 race. Then we had, well, unfortunately, Filippo Marazzi had to pull out as well. I don't actually remember why. I think he may also have had some scheduling issues. And then Christian Dauger, who, well, I don't know how else to say it, but guys, I'm appealing to the drivers.
Prepare to fail. That's all I'll say.
That's not that. I'm appealing to the drivers, guys. We prepare these races with a lot of time in advance. We put the threads up on the forum a week or even 2 weeks or sometimes even more in advance. If you come to us on race day 10 minutes before qualifying is supposed to start and you tell us you don't have a file because you didn't download it, what do you want me to do?
It's a cutthroat business.
You had many weeks to prepare, but Anyway, yeah, with Dauga, I think he messed something up with his install, so he had technical issues. That's all I'm gonna say. Again, can't fault him. Well, I'm gonna be glad to help him once we get done with this. But in general, it's with almost every race that we have. It's almost every time we do a race that people come up last minute and they're like, "Yeah, I don't have anything." And or I didn't practice, and then they crash out. I mean, I get it. Real life is a thing. I mean, look, guys. I work 48 hours a week, 6 days a week. I still have the time to do all this stuff, and run the league. I'm not saying devote all your time and your entire life to CMH. Oh my God, don't. We're not a cult. If we were, you'd have known by now. But at least do some practice before the race, because it ain't just embarrassing for us, it's embarrassing for you as well when you crash out after a lap because you didn't prepare. It's just some well-meant advice. I love you all anyway.
Anyways, Pascal, congratulations for the win.
Anyway, with that being said, and look, I'm talking right now.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were finished. Please go on.
With that being said, tomorrow at the same time we have the Division 2 race, and we're looking at least 8 cars there.
No, we're looking at quite a
lot.
I
think it's more than 8 cars.
Even that. So we're looking at more cars in Division 2 tomorrow.
Let me count it for you. It's a nice.
I'm also
It's a nice number.
I'm also going on the forum thread.
It's a double-digit number. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. And that's all confirmed entries.
11, yes. Well, mostly confirmed entries. And you're going to have yours truly driving. And Matthew as well. He's going to be driving there. And it looks like it's going to be a very competitive field. Again, it's not because they're Division 2 cars that they're necessarily easier to drive. They just have less power, but they have the same level of preparation. But the speed isn't as fast, but doesn't mean that your reflexes doesn't have to accompany the car, because there's Division 2, yeah, but these are still Group 5 cars. These are still monsters. These are still 70s touring late 70s touring cars in their own right. Actually, special preparation, as they were known. But the speed isn't as fast, but doesn't mean that your reflexes doesn't have to accompany
With that being said, that's what happens tomorrow, okay? And I'll be broadcasting this, I'll be streaming, I'll be doing the commentary for you, because Matt and Jean are going to be driving. So
hopefully it goes better. There's no technical issues. I think I just accidentally mixed the audio of... I have the stream on a second tab just in case anything goes wrong. I can see it from a spectator point of view. For a couple of seconds there, I had Hao Gracker's voice playing over yours by accident. So I am very inexperienced with this, but we may do with what we have. And with that said and done, and this race over with, thankfully, I'd like us to look forward to the coming week after the second race tomorrow, as there is an amazing event planned with an almost filled to the brim grid, and I'm sure Pascal wants to talk a shit ton of...
there goes the E for everyone. Oh no. We're rated M for mature.
Oh, Matt, what have you done?
We're rated M for mature. Instant demonetized. Sorry, YouTube. Yes, next week, Sunday, May 8th, we start off our CMH Triple Crown of Auto Racing. And did I just lose connection, or did someone shut down the server? Okay, anyway, whatever. Yes, our Triple Crown of Oval Racing. You may know it from the past. The only driver to ever win it was Al Unser Sr. in 1978. We bring it back in 2022 with 3 races. May 8th will show the 2003 Indy Japan 300. This is an IndyCar race, Indy Racing League event at Twin Ring Motegi in Japan. So you have American cars in Japan for 200 laps. Come on and sign up. We have 24 cars available. There's 24 cars in the entry list. 17 are already taken. There are only 7 cars available, and that's oval racing for 200 laps. I mean, come on, who doesn't like that? There's going to be a lot of pack racing because these cars are very similar performance-wise. Yes, that's that. Then sometime in July we have the 1970 Talladega 500. So you're going from open wheel straight into stock cars. You got Daytonas, Superbirds, old Dodge Chargers, all of that at Talladega. You don't even need to take your foot off the throttle. That's how fast that track is. That's in July. And then the final round of the CMH Masters Trophy, which also is the third race of the Triple Crown, will be the 1998 Fontana 500, or what's it called? Marlboro 500 from California Speedway, with the kart, with the Champ cars from 1998. So that's a great offer of racing we have at CMH for our friends who are hesitant to turn right. And yeah, you can definitely sign up for the 2003 Indy Japan 300 that happens next Sunday here at CMH and will also be broadcast live on CMH Sports. I think the stream link, the forum link will appear anytime soon in the YouTube chat replay for you.
Anyways,
either way, this was basically the first race of the 1977 DRM Championship Division 1.
Can you give me the honors?
One at a time, ladies. One at a time.
Exactly. It's safe to say it didn't go as planned, but well, things can only go onwards and upwards from now. Thank you very much for watching.
Pascal, can you give me the how do you say this?
No.
The privilege to the privilege to end the stream with the final appreciations and thank yous.
No, because I'm doing that. Well, with Joe Grasser, Matthew Cipagnoni, and Pascal Mikola, it is so long from Zolder. See you tomorrow.
See you guys.